Hey guys, declare the glory. I keep trying to make this video and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, start with my picture like I always do. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. Now I know everybody's wondering like what space has got to do with all this. What got me on this path that led me to the truth. And Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Is that I started looking into Nibiru, Planet X, sky anomalies, the Revelation 12 sign, uh, and we're told what the heavens do. Right now, we have a lot of things going on with chemtrails, a lot of things going on up in the sky. When I was a youngster, a child, a kid, when I would go out, there was nights I would lay out underneath the stars. I remember camping out underneath the stars, and I'd get my blanket, I'd put it, we had a little mound in the backyard. I would just look up at the sky and look at all the stars and just everything. It was just so amazing. It was so awesome. And before you go to school, that you look at all that wonder in that. And I mean, I always felt like there was a creator. Like I felt like I was special. Like there was somebody looking down from up there on me. And then, I went to church and school. I accepted Christ as my Savior. That was a big thing. They would always do that thing, every head bowed, every eye closed, you don't have to feel scared, you come up here. And I would do it every night, It seemed like, we'd go to vacation Bible school and I didn't know what it really meant, but I knew I wanted to be saved. I knew I liked how I felt when I was in church, that good feeling. Uh, and I knew God. But it hasn't really been since I started down the path looking for Planet X that I started to know Christ and what he did for us. And what that means is because life has kicked everybody in the teeth, I think, a time or two, and it beats us up and that. But a lot of it's our own making. It's our own poor choices. I loved going to school. I loved to learn. I wanted to know the truth of everything. And that's what got me. It was the truth. And I started the sciences and all that. And you always hit a certain point in any of the sciences is that you'll come to a contradiction, or you'll come to a point where the theories run out, or maybe they don't run out, but they just get more and more because there's things that they can't explain and understand. But once you start down these paths, you're going to find out that they all lead, no matter which rabbit hole you jump down, they all lead to the same place, the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is that God exists. We were created. Jesus was his son. He come down to even as an example, as to show us, uh, as a testimony of the truth. And with all that, there's another character in the situation, the bad guy, and we know that we have God and Satan and there's always that battle in us between who we're going to listen to, which voice are we going to listen to. You know, the old cartoons would show the angel and the little devil figures picking there, but Satan is the adversary. It's rebellion. It's the opposite, almost like the polar opposite, you know. When I was diagnosed with bipolar and all that, you know, and that's the life that we live. The world that we live in is very bipolar, you know, the right and the wrong. And then you see that there's like this gray area that people talk about, but there's right. There is doing the right thing. And how do we know what that is? You know, we can believe that the Bible's correct, and we can believe that God exists, but doing the right thing is not bad. But, you know, I've watched Jonathan Kleck's videos, and a lot of people have, but that's that whole thing being flipped upside down, where bad is good and good is bad. You know, we want what we want. You know, are we gods? Do we make our own choices and control the world? Is that it? You know, and that's what the adversary says. You know, that's what uh, Satan tried to convince Adam and Eve in the garden. And that's the thing, is if you imagine Satan as being a person without hands or whatever, you know, he can only manifest things that we do. He has to use people. So we give him that power. But anyway, let me get back to the space thing here. Is I've got a whole bunch of articles pulled up here. Let me see, pull them up here. Space. This is about, what is this one here? Private moon landers could help NASA's next giant leap in lunar exploration. We have Hubble reveals dynamic atmosphere of Uranus and Neptune. We've got a plan to create artificial meteorites. You know, all this stuff going on in space. You know, well, where do we get all this information from? You know, NASA's a big source or whatever, but like I said, when I was younger, I didn't need anybody to tell me what was going on in outer space, because I would just go outside and I would look up and I would look for myself, and then I would know. But that's not the case anymore. Now we have to be told. We go to school, we get to learn about it, and any of the information that we get, all the videos that we have, measurements, distances, everything. Kind of funny, they all work out to be some kind of ritualistic number or something, but they all come from the same source. You know, but it's so easy for people to believe all this because they've seen a picture of it, because we know the pictures can't be manipulated, and they were told about it. So it's got to be real. But yeah, we were told about a lot of other things too, you know, from the Bible and that. But those can't be real, because those, you know, like look at the Bible, that was wrote by man. Uh, who writes these articles here? You know, the Bible has been around for thousands of years now in different versions of it. But so what is space? You need to start asking yourself, what is space? And the whole thing with the Nibiru is what's coming in is Satan likes to turn everything upside down around. And from what I'm seeing right now is that we're supposed to be afraid of this thing that's coming in. You know, we're supposed to be petrified. It's going to destroy them. They don't want to tell people. They're covering up the skies because they don't want to tell people, because people are going to be so freaked out because it's the end of the world. They're going to quit their jobs and they're going to do all this, you know, everything that we see anymore seems like it's a huge lie. So why should we believe that? I mean, really, why should we believe that? So what is coming in? You know, I mean,